A family is more than a genealogy. Families are relationships born of blood and carried by love. A gentle interweaving of ancestry and heritage. Mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, and kin, bonded by time, generations, and the unity of blood. Families share the same beginnings, the same memories, mourning and celebrating together. Size, features, the color of eyes are passed down through time, each family member receiving his own touch from previous parents. It is the unique spirit embodied in each family, passed from parent to child, that blends individuals into a family. A place to belong, a place to call home. Embry and Annie Bell Wilson knew how to make a home. With love, faith, and truth, they raised their family, passing on their essence to their children and their children's children, making the Wilson family a people of unique spirit and rich heritage. But a heritage is not born overnight. Embry Wilson's legacy to his children begins with his past. Embry Heron Wilson was born August the 11th, 1899, to Hannibal Hamlin Rosencrantz Wilson, who was called Yank, and to his wife Alice. He was the 8th of 10 children. Life was very difficult for young Embry. Right before his 6th birthday, his mother died in childbirth. 2 years later, his father died in an accident, either falling from or being pushed from a train. 8-year-old Embry was saddled with the burden of providing for the family, his older brothers living away from home. For many years, he and his sisters worked the farm, etching out a meager and difficult life. He was honest, hard-working, and responsible. However, his life improved when at age 18 he took a wife, Annie Bell Rhodes. Annie Bell Rhodes was born September the 6th, 1903 in Gadsden, Alabama, daughter of Edward and Mary Rhodes. Together they struggled through their early years on a farm in Slashhound Valley near Asheville. This was the old Wilson homestead, Embry's father's land. Mr. Wilson worked the farm here, and it was while living in Asheville that their first child was born, Mary Alice. Mary was born on September the 25th, 1919, and was the first of 8 children. Their second child, Harless Eugene, called Jean, was born June the 25th, 1921. The family then moved to Sayre, Alabama. Mr. Wilson began mining coal there, and he grew crops. While in Sayre, their third child, James Heron, was born on March the 4th, 1924. Also, Embry Kenneth, called Kenny, was born March the 26th, 1926, in Sayre. Orville Palmer, their fifth child, was also born in Sayre on March the 30th, 1928. In 1930, the family moved to Margaret, Alabama. Mr. Wilson worked for the coal mining company there, walking 5 miles to and from work. Bobby Nell was born in Margaret February the 9th, 1932, followed by Joyce Elizabeth on September the 26th, 1934. One other child was born into the Wilson clan, Shirley Wilson. However, she died before reaching her first birthday. With 7 surviving children, 4 boys and 3 girls, the Wilsons were guaranteed a legacy for their name. However, with so many mouths to feed, life was a struggle for the coal miner. To help remedy that, Mr. Wilson found work at Hercules Powder Company in Bessemer, Alabama. So the family picked up and moved the very next day. Once in Bessemer, the family eventually settled in the house at 607 McAdory Avenue. There, Daddy and Mama Wilson raised their children, took them to church, saw them marry and move away. The backyard played host to the wives as they shelled bushels of peas, snapped green beans, and canned for the winter. Families, kids, and grandkids turned homemade ice cream and split watermelons there. The yard was always full of laughter and joy, the porch swing providing a gentle breeze for the ones lucky enough to find a place. The house on McAdory sheltered many a relative. Witnessed the double wedding of Orville to Mary Alice, and Bobby to Jimmy LaGrone, and even the wedding of Joyce to Dwight Cahela. It also watched over hundreds of Sunday afternoon feasts and hovered over years of Christmas gatherings. Mother and Daddy Wilson abided in the same house most of their lives. You could always find shelter in this house. You could always find love in this home. Mr. Wilson stayed with Hercules Powder Plant until his retirement, after which he tended to his bees as one of his hobbies. But mostly, he spent his time in his garden. On a warm, early summer day, you do not even bother looking for him indoors. You could always take the path behind the house and find him sitting on that small metal chair in the shade, watching the tomatoes grow. As they grew older, Mama and Daddy Wilson grew to know each other in a way that only time can nurture. They saw many anniversaries together. They watched their family grow. Their kids had kids who had kids. But each child knew that he was special. Each child knew they had an identity. They were part of the family and touched by the special care of the Wilson clan. 7 children with 7 families, each with their own history.